Then, now, forever. Together.
This is Perth, the capital city of Western Australia. The world's most isolated city is known for beautiful sunshine, comfortable weather, glorious beaches, and is the host of various WWE events over the weekend, including tomorrow's Crown Jewel Premium Live event, where these titles will be battled for. The men's and women's Crown Jewel Championships. Champion versus champion from Raw and SmackDown. The Oracle, Paul Heyman, and the Vision. Big night tomorrow night for the world champ Seth Rollins takes on Cody Rhodes in the champion versus champion match. Also, Big Bronson Reed from right here in Australia takes on Roman Reigns in an Australian street fight. She is the women's world champion from Monday Night Raw. Fast rising Stephanie McCurr is here. She battles WWE Women's Champion from SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton, tomorrow night for the Crown Jewel title. The phenomenal AJ Styles is here 24 hours before the renewal of one of his all-time great rivalries with the GOAT John Cena. Cena's final visit to Australia in a WWE ring tomorrow. Some have called this a toxic relationship, domineering Asuka and conflicted Kairi Sane. The Kabuki Warriors are here live as they prepare for tomorrow night's matchup with these two women. Australia's own Rhea Ripley and former Asuka buddy Io Sky. Rhea and Io join us live in just a bit. And you are looking live at the RAC Arena on Wellington Street in downtown Perth. We are just a few blocks away from there right now, live as hundreds, thousands of WWE fans showing up at Forest Place. As we whet your appetite for tomorrow night, this is the Crown Jewel Kickoff Show. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Crown Jewel kickoff show. Hello, Perth! Look at this place. Can you guys hear me all the way back there? We are so glad that you guys showed up this afternoon as we kick off what is going to be an incredible weekend here in Western Australia. You guys can do this all night if you want. Hey, listen, tonight we got Friday Night SmackDown. Monday, of course, is Raw. And tomorrow is Crown Jewel. Let's talk about Crown Jewel for a moment because we have champion versus champion from Raw and SmackDown. You got Rollins and Rhodes battling it out. You got McCurr and Stratton battling it out. You've got this massive tag team match tomorrow night. As you see, the Kabuki Warriors taking on Io Sky and someone you guys know pretty well, Rhea Ripley. Big Bronson Reed from also here in Australia is going to take on the OTC. In an Australian street fight, and for the final time in his career, John Cena will be in a WWE ring here in Australia as he renews a long-time rivalry with another all-time great in the phenomenal AJ Styles. So are you guys ready to make some noise here?
Do you really think I was going to get Michael Cole start the show when the Aussie icon is here, lad? And don't worry, Michael, I'm the host of the Grayson Waller Effect. Pay close attention. If you have some paper, maybe take some notes on how to really host this show.
All right.
But I love this energy, lad. This is so much better than America. But before we begin, we do need to observe a moment of silence for the Raw Tag Team Championships and your boys, the New Day. All right, now that that's done, let's celebrate. Because this weekend's a party and no one parties like an Aussie. So if you don't mind, I know we did it once, but I kind of love doing this, so follow me along. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! 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 Aussie, Aussie, Aussie! Oh, what a beautiful thing. And let me tell you, the reason we're here this weekend, the reason we got Raw, we got Crown Jewel, we got SmackDown, is because the energy you gave us last time we were here. They can talk about the US, they can talk about the UK, they can talk about Paris, but I know the truth, the best fans in the world are Australian. And for me personally, I started my career in this country. I wrestled in front of 15 people at Blacktown markets. Oh, we got some Western Sydney boys in the house. Yeah, Shay lad. But to start there and to see this, to see the energy, this ain't even the show, lad. Can you imagine when you see John Cena versus AJ Styles this weekend? What about when you see Bronson Reed and Roman Reigns? And what about when you see Rhea Ripley? See, Michael, this is how you work a crowd, lad. But
I'm taking notes.
I've got something backstage. I have something very special. I'm gonna have to come back later. I've got something for you, so I'm gonna have to run down the road, but I'll be back. I'll let you
Great.
take control, but I'll be back very soon. Enjoy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Australia's own Grayson Waller. I can't believe that there's just a few dates left in the retirement tour of who I consider the greatest of all time, John Cena. And one of those dates takes place tomorrow night right here in Perth, Australia. His opponent, ladies and gentlemen, is known as the phenomenal AJ Styles. So AJ, a lot has been made. So AJ, obviously the year 2025 is going to be known as the retirement year, the retirement tour for the GOAT, John Cena. However, I want to start off the questioning tonight about an interview that you did with Tokyo Sports a couple of weeks ago, where you told them that 2026, next year, will probably be your final year in the ring. Can you elaborate a bit more on that?
I'm getting old, folks. Listen, if I could find the fountain of youth and take a couple sips, I'd wrestle for the rest of my life. But, you know, I am getting older. The fear of embarrassing myself is getting closer. And you know what? There comes a time in a man's life when he has to, you know, take care of business, but when business is done, it's time to take care of his family. I need to spend time with my family. The whole idea with wrestling and having an amazing future in this business is to be able to retire one day, and in 2026, I will retire.
Hey, but we still got a lot more of AJ Styles before we get there. Now, AJ, tomorrow night's match with John Cena, we never thought it was going to happen. It wasn't supposed to happen. It was because of all the WWE fans out there that demanded this match happen. And this is one of those matchups for those of us who are who are massive wrestling fans and have followed this industry for many, many years, this is one of those dream matchups. So yeah, John and AJ had a big rivalry a number of years ago. But these are two icons. These are two men who have been the faces of two different companies for the better part of a couple of decades. When John Cena was rising to the top, when John was rising to the top, it was WWE. When AJ Styles was rising to the top, it was dominating TNA. And now these two icons clash again on Saturday. How important is this match tomorrow for you?
It's huge. There's a reason, just like you said, it's two guys who got in the ring you never thought you'd see in a WWE ring together. John Cena, AJ Styles, the TNA guy against the WWE guy. That's what made it special. And I don't know how and I don't know why, because John Cena and I are nothing alike in any kind of way, but when we get in the ring together, it's magic. So I can promise you this. When it's all said and done, tomorrow night, John Cena and AJ Styles will leave it all in the ring.
And with that being said, you actually, well, you may have John Cena's number because John has only beaten you once in his entire career.
He's only beat me once, but the one time he beat me was for the WWE Championship. So that kind of sucks. But we're going to do it again tomorrow night. I get to do one of my favorite things. Beat up John Cena.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, tomorrow night, he will be the face that runs the place. AJ Styles, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be an absolute classic. Tomorrow night, Styles and Cena. It's easy to see why it's Australia's sunniest capital city. Perth is home to beautiful temperatures, friendly locals, both two-legged and four-legged, like the adorable Pukas residing on Rottnest Island. There's no end to the enjoyment here, where you can stroll through beautiful landscapes of Kings Park or take an adventure out on the Indian Ocean, including the historic prison known as Fremantle. Step into a dream in Western Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, we are looking now at the Crown Jewel Championships. 3,300 precious stones in these titles. Australian emeralds and jewels throughout this entire thing. 50 carats of diamonds. These titles will be awarded to the best woman and the best man tomorrow night at Crown Jewel. Let's take a look at what's going to happen between the WWE Women's Champion from SmackDown, Tiffany Stratton, and the World Champion from Raw, Stephanie McCurry. Crown Jewel, Perth, Australia. Two title reigning champions will compete for the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. She is the WWE Women's Champion!
Tiffany Stratton may well be the best athlete in the entire women's division.
Time after time, I've been underestimated. But guess who's standing here as the WWE Women's Champion?
I'm at the tippy top of my game.
She is the Women's World Champion!
Stephanie McCurry has taken WWE by storm.
Porque mi fuego seguirá arrasando con todo por siempre. La primera is ready for anyone. I will become Crown Jewel Champion.
If you think that I'm gonna let someone come in here who's been on top for 2 weeks and change my story, then you're wrong.
Tiffy, your time will be over.
Champion versus champion.
Who is the superlative best?
Tiffany, may the best woman win.
It is and always will be Tiffy time.
Stephanie McCare, Tiffany Stratton for the Crown Jewel Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, I would like to remind you that the inaugural Crown Jewel Women's Champion has been out with injury for a number of months, none other than Liv Morgan, who made history in Saudi Arabia last year. Who will follow in her footsteps? I want to tell you a quick story. Back in July of last year, 2024, this woman burst on the scene in WWE. She had dominated Japan and Mexico for a number of years before coming here. She went and dominated NXT to win the NXT Women's Championship and became the first woman ever to hold both the NXT Women's title and the NXT North American Championship at the very same time. This meteoric rise of this woman has now crowned her as the Women's World Champion. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome La Primera, Stephanie McCare. Stephanie, before you came out, I was talking about your accomplishments around the world and also at NXT. However, it has been quite the summer for you in WWE. Back in July at the all-women's premium live event Evolution, you went on to win the Battle Royal, to earn an opportunity at the championship. Naomi, unfortunately, had to vacate the title, which left it open. So back at WrestlePalooza last month, you battled Io Sky in what I call the match of the night, because it really was, for the Women's World title. And you won. You are now the Women's World Champion. Tell me what the last few months have been like for you in your life.
Oh, this been incredible. Amazing experience. For me, this is my dream. And I really enjoy. I'm so happy right now because this took many years. And beat Io Sky, one of the best on the planet, for me, is like amazing experience.
Well, you guys, like I said, stole the show that night. It was a very emotional night for you in Indianapolis as well. Your dad was there. Hector. He was sitting in the front row right behind us. And he's a person who I would dare say you would not be here holding that championship today if it wasn't for your dad, Hector. How emotional was that for you to have him be a part of this?
This is the dream of my life. And my dad, he saw every sacrifice for a long time. So stay there with my dad and say, I did it. I did it. Yes. I know how I work for this. This is amazing.
Well, now tomorrow night.
Yes.
Tomorrow night, you got to get down to business. Tell us about your opponent, Tiffany Stratton.
Okay, I respect her. She is amazing. She's good. She's an athlete. She have a really good reign, but she's amazing. I'm more amazing. She amazing champion. I'm more amazing champion. And I will show her who I am.
Finally, Stephanie, if you win the Crown Jewel Women's Championship tomorrow night, what will that mean to you and what has already been an awesome 2025?
That's me, for me, everything because repeat many years for sacrifice for this and this. I love the title. I love the title. And this means for me all the motivation you give me, guys. So I will be the next Crown Jewel champion.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Women's World Champion and perhaps soon to be Crown Jewel Champion, Stephanie McCare. From the Women's Crown Jewel Championship now to the Men's Crown Jewel Championship. Tomorrow night, the man who's defending the Crown Jewel title, the inaugural Crown Jewel champion, the undisputed WWE champion, Cody Rhodes, will take on the World Heavyweight Champion, Seth Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Seth's group known as The Vision.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name there's not a man in Australia that's man enough to beat Paul Heyman. And there's not a woman in Australia good enough to be with me. So we're going to try that one more time. This time, it's on my cue. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Paul Heyman. I can see where this is going. First of all, kudos to a man that flew all the way to Australia just to grace us with his presence. I give to you, Bron Breakker. And there is no hype that can do justice to the man that tomorrow night will embarrass, humiliate, victimize, and defeat the OTC, Roman Reigns. tribal thief, Bronson Reed.
That's right, Tribal Thief. We are on my home soil now. And the fact that some of you want to boo me and cheer Roman Reigns makes me sick to my stomach as an Australian. Tomorrow night, the disrespect. I knew we should have had this event in my hometown of Adelaide. Tomorrow night, Roman Reigns, you talk about your island of relevancy. Well, now you're on my island. And on my island, I will make you my bitch. Huh.
There's an undisputed heavyweight champion. His name is Cody Rhodes. My turn now. Here is a world heavyweight champion. And you can bet your very last Aussie dollar that after tomorrow night, he will be recognized around the entire universe as the crown jewel heavyweight champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the definition of greatness in our industry, Seth freaking Rollins. Ladies and gentlemen, your next crown jewel champ.
I mean, all I can say is that was conduct unbecoming of a world heavyweight champion. And Paul, I've known Seth for 15 years. I've covered all of his matches. I think Cody Rhodes is in his head. I think Seth Rollins is to the point where he knows he can't beat Cody Rhodes. And if that's the case, what do the Brawns do? What does Paul Heyman do tomorrow night if Seth Rollins loses to Cody Rhodes? Well, it is not often that Paul Heyman has been at a loss for words. Ladies and gentlemen, we invite you to shop the largest collection of Crown Jewel merchandise, including the all-new Crown Jewel replica title, plus shop Superstar apparel, collectibles, and so much more. The Crown Jewel Superstore, located at 166 Murray Street in Perth, open tomorrow and Monday, 9 a.m. to 8 p.m. Sunbathe the Kangaroos on Lucky Bay and Esperance, home to friendly marsupials hopping along some of the best beaches in the world. Surf on one of Australia's oldest waves at Wave Rock, or take a trek through otherworldly woodlands just beyond the dreamy sands of southwest Australia. Step into a dream in Western Australia. Ladies and gentlemen, massive tag team match tomorrow night. The two women who are about to join us are former tag team champions. Ladies and gentlemen, Kairi Sane and Asuka, the Kabuki Warriors.
Thank you. I know.
Okay. Let's cut to the chase here. Asuka, explain to us again what your problem is with Io Sky and Rhea Ripley.
Ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I really respect Asuka. Thank you. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Clap your hands.
Okay. Listen.
But I also respect Io Sky and Rhea. I don't respect Io Sky. I don't respect Io.
All right, you know what?
I don't respect the Rhea. Say. I don't respect the Rhea. Io is not family. Say. Io is not a family. Rhea is using Io. Rhea is using Io. Poor Io. Poor Io.
Okay. Yeah. So listen, Kairi, seriously, enough. Why are you doing this? Why don't you stand up to Asuka? Many people have called this a toxic and even abusive relationship. We know how you feel about Io. She's one of your best friends. Why don't you finally stand up to Asuka and tell her what you think?
Oh my, Are you scared of me? Are you scared of me? Oh, no. Are you scared of me? No. Yes? No. 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 Yes? No. No. Never. 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 Asuka is beautiful.
Asuka's out of control, is what Asuka is.
お前しばくぞボケこら
Go ahead, Kyrie. Tell the world what you think of Asuka. Seriously. Just open up and tell everyone what you think of Asuka. And where are you going now? Go ahead, it's your time.
She's my family and I Kyrie! Come on!
Yeah, I know. I don't know what to do. Poor Kyrie's saying, well, let's take a closer look at the match between the Kabuki Warriors and Io and Rhea.
Asuka! Kyrie! I always knew that it would come to this. Try me. But there was a little part of me that hoped that we could settle things in the ring.
Oh, the poison mist in the eyes!
So Kabuki Warriors, come and get me.
You are right about Asuka and Kyrie. But they are my family. And I still love them.
Io-chan, it's up to you what happens next. Io-san, we can be a family again, but for Rhea, it's too late.
I'm sorry, Rhea.
The Kabuki Warriors attacking Rhea Wade. And here comes Io.
アスカ、あなたのジェラシーとプレイが全てを変えた。
Poison mist in the eyes of Io Sky!
アスカ、あなたは自分だけの利益しか考えてない。We are not family anymore. でも誰が本当の私の家族なのか、私は見極め始めてる。
Betrayed, and now on the other side of those she considered family, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley will take on the Kabuki Warriors.
What you did to Io, that crossed the line.
At Crown Jewel, you'll find out that Asuka isn't ready for Io.
Ladies and gentlemen, the woman who I have said on a number of occasions, and I truly believe this, is the greatest women's wrestler on the planet today. She is a former world champion. Ladies and gentlemen, the genius of the sky, Io Sky. So, Io, there's a lot to break down. Let's just explain what's going on with you and Asuka. In Japan, there is a senpai, correct, who is the senior. There is a kohai, who is the junior. And in Japanese wrestling tradition, the kohai is supposed to be subservient to the senpai and do whatever the senpai wants. Now, Asuka says that she never treated you that way, that she treated you as equals. In fact, you were part of a tag team called Triple Tails at one point in your career.
Yep.
Asuka blames all of what has happened the last few months on you. Said that you treat her terribly, that you abandoned her, that you left her. Now is your opportunity to tell us what really happened.
I know she is my senpai, which is I respect Asuka so much. But now,
Asuka is so bad for us. Asuka is so bad for Kyrie as well.
I mean, and we saw how Asuka treated Kyrie moments ago. You have got to feel terrible for what Kyrie is going through.
I feel so bad for Kyrie, of course. But she made her choice to stay with Asuka, so unfortunately, I can't do anything.
So, Io, I want to use, these are some of the words that Asuka has used to describe you recently. She calls you a, quote, puppet. She calls Rhea Ripley a snake. She says that you have no business trusting Rhea Ripley, that you should be champion today instead of Stephanie if the Kabuki Warriors would have helped you out. Asuka claims this is all your fault. Will you be able to put your feelings aside tomorrow to take out Asuka and Kyrie?
Yeah, everybody knows the answer. Yes, 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 yes.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, Io Sky does have a tag team partner to help her out tomorrow. They've been friends, they've been foes over the last few years. Tomorrow night they will be teammates. Ladies and gentlemen, from right here in Australia, the Eradicator, Rhea Bloody Ripley! This is my brutality!
G'day, Perth, Australia.
A long way from Riot City Wrestling, huh? Rhea, what has the past week been like for you to return to Australia and to take all of this in? You've come back the conquering heroine.
Man, it's absolutely wild. You can hear it here today. This crowd is insane, and I love coming home every single time.
The last time you were here in Perth, you knocked off Nia Jax in the main event at Elimination Chamber. Okay, let's get down to what's going to happen tomorrow night. It's been a rough couple of months for you guys dealing with the Kabuki Warriors. We saw the way that Asuka treated Kairi Sane just moments ago out here. You weren't at Raw Monday because you had duties here in Australia, but your tag team partner, Io, suffered a 2-on-1 beatdown again and got misted by Asuka. How did that make you feel when you found out that had happened?
It made me feel disgusted, to be completely honest. Aren't these the ones that call Io their family member? That doesn't seem like a way that you treat a family member. Manipulator. There we go. Asuka likes to call Io a puppet. She likes to call me a snake. But the funny thing is, isn't she the one that draws a venomous animal on her face? Isn't she the one that spits poison? To me, Asuka, she's a manipulator, she's a snake. She's a bad family member, and that's someone that
I don't want my friends around. Like, I don't want to tell Io what to do and who to hang out with, but I look out for the people that are close to me, and that's why I'm here by Io's side, sticking up for her and defending her against her so-called family.
Yeah. Asuka is the snake. She is treating Kyrie like a puppet.
So let's talk about this. You guys have had a wild history over the past few years. You actually teamed together a number of times at NXT. But you've also been opponents, competitors battling for the World Championship. And Rhea, need I remind you that you have never beaten Io Sky. So there is a little bit of tension there. But my question, I guess, to wrap this all up, I'm going to pose to Io. Io, you have been with Kairi Sane and Asuka for many, many years. You've been considered family. You haven't been with Rhea that long. Are you going to be able to put all those long-time feelings aside for the Kabuki Warriors tomorrow and actually have Rhea's back when she needs it?
Listen. Rhea is my friend. She doesn't tell me what to say or what to do. You know what I mean?
Exactly. It doesn't matter how many times I've versed Io and lost. It doesn't matter right now because right now this is about friendship. This is about family. And Io and I, we're going to teach the Kabukiyas exactly how we do it down under. Let me hear it, Australia. Aussie, Aussie, Aussie!
Ladies and gentlemen, Io Sky and Rhea Ripley.
Whoa. Hold on. Wait. Is that how we're finishing?
I don't know.
Actually, whoa. Hold on. I brought another beer. Rhea, do you think that Io might want to join us?
I mean, I'm like some... I think that's a yes, guys.
Whoa, hold on. I brought another beer. But who could possibly do a shoey with us? Do you guys want to see Michael Cole do a shoey? Hold on, let me check one more time. Do you guys want to see Michael Cole do a shoey? Michael,
I'll never turn down a beer. All right, so what do we do here, Grayson? Wait a minute. I'm actually going to drink beer out of your shoe?
No. You can use my shoe or your shoe.
No, I still got to work tonight.
Does anyone have a clean shoe?
No. How about I just guzzle it?
Here's the thing. Michael, you can do that, but we do have something we call people in Australia who would do something. Do we know what we call him? I didn't say it.
No.
But let's finish this like real Aussies, lad.
Bottoms up.
A little bit. Ready?
I'm going to use yours. Ladies and gentlemen, Grayson Waller Io Sky, Rhea Ripley. Hey, I want to thank all of you guys for showing up here this afternoon. Don't forget, SmackDown tonight, Raw Monday. Tomorrow, 8 o'clock local in the States. We're at 8 a.m., 5 a.m. on the ESPN app for Crown Jewel. Thank you, everybody.